So today I'm going to show you how we can create a roof and some ramp and stair. Okay, so let's jump into this 3D view. Let me show you. This is the model. Okay, so I'm working with Pranav's model. Pranav has created this model, and this part is hidden right now. So let me just and that uh, all these floors and all are created, but to go from plinth level to ground floor, there is no staircase, right? So we need to place some staircase over there. So for that, I will go to that right floor plan. I'll come to this plinth level, and there we will create some staircase. Okay, so here we have this staircase option. Within this architecture tab, under the circulation panel, we have this option. Now let me show you that this is the default option is selected right now. The street and location line is center and run width is 1000. Okay. And here within the properties, instance properties, base level is plinth level and the top level is ground floor. So that is fine, right? And right now you can see that the desired number of steps, okay, or the desired number of risers is 22. All right. And as per that, you can see the riser height is 181. Okay. So you can go to this edit type option, and there you can mention what is how much is the maximum riser height. Okay, how much you want as the maximum riser height. So here you can mention, suppose like 150 will be the maximum riser height and the minimum tread depth. So that is 250. All right, so that is fine, 250 mm. And about the minimum run width. So the run width or the minimum value we are setting here, and the values cannot go less than this minimum value. So that we are setting here, and we cannot place more values than 150. Okay, so here you can mention all these values. So here let me mention like for my residential building, I'll go with like 3050. Okay, and here we have some calculation rules. You can go to this edit, and here you can see you have to click on this, and there you can go like this. Okay, all these things are there. So you can set all this calculation rule, and the run type. We have this run type option. So you can put some trade material, this riser material. You can put all these things. Okay, and you can put some nosing profiles, tread profiles, all this we can put. Okay, and the tread thickness is 50 mm. So the risers will be there, risers will be slanted or not, so that you can make it the riser profile. There you can uh, put the riser profile and riser to tread connection, extend riser behind tread, so that these options are set. And here you can see these the family is selected right now as non-monolithic. You can make it monolithic, and here you can make all the changes. Okay, and the structural depth, that is 150 mm. And here we have this nosing profile. Let me change this nosing profile just and click on OK. And the landing type will be the monolithic. Monolithic landing will be there. Click on OK. And here you can see this. These are the type. Okay, so from here, we're not getting. Okay, so that we have applied within this. All right. So here you can see that the desired number of steps are increased. That is right now 27. Okay. Here, if you change this desired number, suppose 26, you will see that actual riser height is increased right now to 153. Okay. And actual tread depth, there you can apply like 250 will be the actual tread depth. And here you can see this warning, we are getting this warning. So I need to change this 150 or 160 or 165. Okay. And now I can apply it and I need to draw. So for that, I can either go with this center as the location line or I can choose left. So let me show you this as left. So this is as left. Okay. All right. You can make the point as center. So this is the center point. The point you have mentioned, that is the center point of the stair. So you can choose right, left. All right. So let me go with this left, and from here, let's go with this. And at the bottom, you can see that how many number of risers you will create. You will see all this. Okay. You will see that how many risers are created and how many risers are remaining, so that you can see it here. Okay, so till this I will create, and from here we can create the another half. So for that, this will be the right side. All right. Okay, so here it will not be placed. We need to move it. Now after that, if I create, here you can see this automatic landing is checked. So if I create the another one, so the landing will be connected. Okay, here you can see landing is connected right now. All right. Let me just move it to this. Okay, and you can see the landing is changed. Let me increase. And I'm going to reposition all this. Okay, now here you can see that landing depth is less than the run width. So generally we get the this landing width as per the run width, right? So that is the option we generally get. I'm making some adjustment, and here you can see that accordingly it's adjusted, but here it's overlapping, so that is not possible. So we need to cancel it. Okay, so we can make the adjustment later also. And here we have these options. to make the adjustment. And with this landing, we can make these adjustments. So this way we can create it, and then after that we can finish it. Okay, so let me just place it over there and let me finish it. So this stair is created and this is the upside. So if you want to flip it, so here we have this arrow. You can click here, so it will be flipped. Okay. Let me show you in this 3D view and let me hide this. I'll select it and press HH, and this is the stair. This is the stair. HR, and I need to create an opening. Okay. So for that, here we have this shaft. So this shaft will create a vertical opening on roof, floor, on ceilings. Okay. So it will not cut any other component like wall or any other component. So it will only create opening on roof, floor, on ceilings. Okay. So you can go to wireframe. Let me go with the top view there. And this is the area for shaft. Now you can come to 3D view. There you can check. Let me change it to realistic. And this is the box which is created. Okay. So here you can see. So after that, you can make the adjustment also for this. So this is selected and you can make the adjustment also after it. Go for this edit sketch and then you can go for this edit option and then select it and drag it till the position how much you need. And then go for this finish. Right? I hope you understand. You select these and press HH. This is the here which is created, and you see that you have created that shaft opening and it's cutting that bottom floor also. But I don't need that cut on the bottom floor, right? So for that, what I can do, I can grab this arrow and I can reposition it. All right, so I can reposition it. And this is started from the plinth level, and you can see as you change from this arrow, with this arrow you change it, you see the change in the base offset. So you can either go with this arrow, or here you can provide the base offset, and you can connect to a particular level also for this top also. All right, so if that is needed, you can go with that uh, the top constant. Okay, so here about the top constant, you can connect to a particular level, and if it is not connected, so here you can provide the height, how much height will be there, like 3000. You can mention like this. So it's right now not crossing over this. So you can go with like 3500. And 4000 is needed. Yeah. Fine. And let me go this alignment over there. Okay, now I have shifted. I need to change the shape for that shaft. Go to this edit sketch now. Click here, drag it on finish. Now it is created. Okay. So like that, you can go for this adjustment. You can create. All right. So this floor uh, here. Okay. Let me go to the elevation view. Okay, so here you can see, and you can change the height for your railings. Okay, so go to this railing and come to this edit type option, and here you can change the railing height. So there you can change the railing height. So that is changed. We get back my walls. And suppose if you don't need this railing, you can select and delete it. Okay, so only you have this railing only. We can place railing after this also. After deleting it also, we can place railings. So for that, you need to delete all the railings. Okay. And then again, if you need the both side railing, then you need to clear all the railings and then click on this place on stair or ramp. Then choose the uh, staircase and where you need to place on the trades or the stringers. So these are the stringers. You see the right supporter and the left support are the stringers. So if you need to place on the stringers, you can choose stringer. And if you're placing on threads, so you can choose this threads and then select the stair. And you can see the railings are placed. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, what if we want to cut the railing that joins with the wall? Delete that railing.
Means this much you want, you need to connect with the floor.
No, no,
Then
that was attached to the wall. Yeah, yeah, that railing.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanna delete that.
So just a second ago I deleted it. Select it and delete. Asking this.
Yeah, sir, yes.
Okay.
But how can I, sir, split that?
How can you?
Split that.
Why you need to split? Let me understand that.
The whole railing is in one group, na, sir.
Yeah.
We need to split that, na.
Why we need to split?
The railing that is attached to the wall, that only we have to delete it.
The which one is I deleted? It was not attached with the wall. It was near to the wall,
Yeah, near to the wall.
and I'm not getting your point. Why I need to split it?
सर मीन्स अगर हमें वॉल से जो अटैच है वॉल की जो नियर रेलिंग है ना वो सिर्फ डिलीट करनी है तो
तो मैंने अच्छा 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 समझ गया। मतलब इतना ही पार्ट मुझे
हाँ
करना
हाँ
है
हाँ
डिलीट। अच्छा, और ये पार्ट रहेगा। ओके
हाँ
ओके। तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे? जैसे हम लोग ने कल पाथ क्रिएट किया था ना, वैसे ही हम लोगों को पाथ क्रिएट करना रहेगा। और नहीं तो इसको सिलेक्ट करके इसका एडिट पाथ करो और इतना पार्ट को डिलीट कर दो। ये पाथ को डिलीट कर दो, डिलीट कर
ओके
दो।
सर
ये आ गया। ओके, now let me show you that we have some other options to create stairs. So go to the stair and we have this spirals, full step spiral, and this center end spiral, and this L shape, this U shape are there, and we have this create sketch option. So these are very simple. So with this options, you modify it, you choose the type. Here you specify this as monolithic. So monolithic is like what we create the concrete, okay, the concrete stairs. What do we create? That is the monolithic stair. And here you can choose the U shape, L shape, and here you have all these desired number of risers and the tread depth, and as per the desired number of steps you will get the riser height. Here you can see the riser height is changed to 160. Okay, and here you can see the actual run width is right now set to this value. Okay, and the location line is right. Okay, so this one will be checked. Okay, and let me see more value. Let me go to, okay, so that's the problem here. So here also I need to set at 3050. Click on OK. So that is the minimum run width, or else I can go with a bigger value, suppose 7000. Let me click on apply and OK. Just a second. Okay, so I'm getting this error. Mm, Okay, so right now I'm getting this error for this. I cannot create it. Okay, so I will definitely show you for this option. Okay, so I will fix that problem. What is the problem is, what are the problems I'm facing? Okay, for this option, I'm not getting uh any solution right now. Okay, so all these options you can create very easily. Just you need to place with the center and can create. So let me go with this L shape. So here you can see this L shape will be easily created as per the run width, as per the riser height and tread depth. This will be created. Just you need to place it. Okay, just you need to place it with the location line. And here also you have this. So mention this and it will be created. Okay, so this is very easy to create here. Create these shapes. Okay, you just need to mention the number of steps, a number of risers. Okay, and this one we have created. So let me delete and delete this one. So we will go with this create sketch option. Okay, so we will create the sketch. So go with this create sketch option. Okay, now we have a boundary and we have a riser and we have stair path. Okay, so let's create some boundaries. Okay, so I don't know the length. So let's create like this. Let me go out of this here. Okay, so let me create with this boundary. Okay, and here let's place. I will mirror this. Okay, click on this mirror draw axis or this pick axis option. So if you have any axis, you will be just picking that axis. So right now we don't have any pick axis option, so I'll not choose this option. I'll go with this mirror draw axis. So from this mid, I'll draw another. So just specifying 2 points will draw that axis, and around it, it's created right now. So these two are the boundary, and now you need to create risers. So let's create riser. So this is the first riser which is created, and here you can see that one riser is created and 24 is remaining. Okay, so now we can go with uh, more number of risers, or else here if you need to create risers like this, so choose this riser and there you defined like this. Okay, so here you can define like this. And you can make some copies or you can go with array option. All right. So I think array will not work here. So we can go with the copy command. Let me just select this and you can choose multiple, or let me just copy it in this direction. So I'll press 250, enter, and this is 250. I think I'm creating a big stair. So 250 is really small for this. Okay, so don't worry about it. If you are providing the right value, so accordingly it will be created. Now we can create some more options. Let's create some more. So let's go with the multiple with 250, enter, and then 500, enter. Enter, T, 250, and this way you can place all this. Okay, and after that you need to trim it, trim this part. So here we will trim this multiple elements. So select it and then, sorry, select it, or else you can select this way all together, and all these are trimmed right now. So do the same thing to this side, select it and select it, and then, sorry, click over there and then select all this. Okay, so all these are trimmed right now, and this way we can place all these risers. So right now I'm not going with this, I will create this small. So let me just trim this boundary also. Sorry, let me trim this boundary. Okay, and the stair path. So from this to this will be the stair path, and let's finish it, and it's created. And you can select, uh, before that you can select the type, what type of stair you are going to create. So you can select that, and this is created, and you can go this finish edit mode. And if you need to change the direction, here you have this flip option available, you can go with this flip option. And we have this railing type. Here you can see the default railing type is selected, so you can choose with the glass panel, and it will be placed on the treads. And after that, click on this finish edit mode. So that's fine now, as because I haven't created the full stair, so it's not reaching that top level, right? So that's absolutely fine. I haven't created. Let me go to this edit stairs. Okay, so I forgot to mention one thing, that is, let me select it, and let me go to this sorry, edit sketch option. Okay, I forgot to mention one thing, that you need to create this boundary in that direction. Okay, so like this way you need to create. Let me go like this, and let me mirror it. Select, and let me choose the, or SM is the shortcut. So it will highlight SM, and that is drawn over there. Let me delete here, and let me go for this trim. So I'll select it, and then select first, and then select all other together. Select it, then trim it. Okay, let me quickly trim all this. So here we can select it, and then select one, then,
So you already create the boundary, then why it needs to create this boundary?
yes, I have changed the boundary direction. So that I mentioned that I need to create from this direction to this direction. So let me fix it and I will demonstrate it again. Okay, just let me fix it. And go for the stair path. Okay, let me cancel it. Let me delete this stair and let me recreate it. Okay, and let me come back to plinth level. Here I'll start creating this sketch option. And for this boundary, you need to create from that direction. And you need like from this direction, if it is started. So you need to start your boundary point from this direction. And if it is going in this direction, if the up direction is in this direction, and if it is starting from here, so you will create in this direction, the second point. Okay. So let me create like this. Okay, and then let me go with this. Okay. Mm. Okay. And then let me trim this part. So I'm just sketching the boundary and then go for the offset. Okay. Offset all this line. So provide the distance like 3000 or 3100. Okay, I'll offset it. All right, so this boundary is created and I need so let me just delete these. Okay, so from here I will start creating it. So go to this riser now. So this is the first riser. And then you can start placing with 250 distance. So let's offset, you can go with offset and there you can provide 250 as a distance and there you can create. Okay. And you need to rotate this 30-degree. So you can select it, just drag it till this boundary. Let's go this rotate, select it, press enter. And this is going to be the center. This point will be the center. So you can just click and drag the center point and place here, or else you can go for this place and then click here, you can place it. And this is the reference direction. So specify this reference direction. And in this direction, how much angle you will provide. So let's provide like 15-degree. Okay, so that is rotated. Now let me go for this offset again. We'll offset it 250. Now let's go with this rotate, press enter, and then click place and place the center point here. And this is the direction. And you need to rotate it in this direction. Let me go with this 15 degree.
Sir,
Yes.
can we make it like a polar array in AutoCAD?
Yes, we can, but it will not work within this options. Okay. So within this sketch mode, we cannot go with the array option. After making
Okay.
it, you can go with the component. Uh, for the components, you can make array, but for this sketch options, we cannot make array here. Uh, so let's go with the offset here. Let me quickly make. So just extend. Need to trim this part. Okay, so it will be like this way. And let me rotate it again. Click on place here. This is the direction and 15 degree. Okay, like this. Can rotate it. Let me go with the offset it. Need to stretch it, then rotate. Place the center point here. This is the reference direction, and from this direction, provide the angle 15 degree like this, and go for offset again. Choose this offset. Okay, and then provide the stretch. Go for the rotate. Place the center point. Specify the start angle or the reference direction, and then provide the angle. You can type the angle. Okay. Now let me go with the offset. Go for the rotate. Place the center point. Specify the start angle direction. Then provide the right value. Now let me go for this offset again. And then put the value. Just a second. Let me go with this. Sorry, the riser. Let me go this straight line here. Okay, so it will be placed another again. Here it will be placed. Let me check the distance over there. So I think. Okay, so need to delete this line. Let me extend all this. So sorry, it will not extend like this. So I need to drag. And this way we can create it. All this, let's So here you can see that 14 are remaining. Let me go with this offset now. Okay, like this you can create, or else if you need to provide, uh, let me just show you. Let me move this from this point to this point. And now let me just delete it here. Okay, and we can create all this again, the offset. Now let me go with this and let's rotate, place the center point, specify this, and then let's rotate it 15 degree. Let me go with this offset, specify the offset, and then let me rotate it, go with the place, specify the angle, then like this, offset, then rotate, select, enter, click on place, specify the point. So 6 hours remaining. Now let's go with the offset, rotate, enter, place. Okay, and now if it is the landing, all right, now you can leave it a gap. Okay, and after that you can start it. Okay, so here let me go to this boundary again. Make sure you're not closing this boundary. We will not close. Okay, so let's start from here. So it will be, sorry, it will be a riser. So create a riser and then go for offset. Right. So now let me trim this, trim the extra part, trim the extra part. All right, like this we have created. And then we need to define the stair path. Okay, so let's define the stair path. Here we can go with this start and radius for this, from this to this. Can specify this, and you can connect line to this. Then again go for this arc. And again for the midpoint. And now you can go with the line. So this is the stair path, okay? And then click on finish, and this stair is created. You can flip the direction, and again you need to edit sketch. Go for this edit sketch. Now I'm going to click on this finish. Let me click on cancel. So here you can see this is created, and you have this option also to flip the stair direction. Okay. Here you can see this is the up right now. So here you can change. Okay, so now let me show you in 3D. This is the stair which we have created. This is the stair. So make it monolithic. All right. I hope you understand how we can create stairs. All right. So this is all for today. I hope you understand how to create stair in Revit.
Sir, why we mention the stair path?
Stair path we need to mention because the direction you were providing the here go to this edit stair length level, and this is the path. This way we are going.
It
So
means
this
that
how
from
this how Revit works. You need to mention the path.
and sir, from where the stair path will be started, that will be the direction, no?
Yes, this is the start.
Yeah. So
And
that will be the direction. Starting direction means that will be down and upper end will be end up.
yes, suppose if I delete this, here you can see that invalid stair path, it will not connect. Okay, so it's like connecting all these risers.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the lines and this is connecting. Okay, and this is like the program within the Revit. Okay, you need to create all this to create that 3D model. Okay,
And,
yeah.
and sir, if I don't know the stair riser height and the tread depth, and I only know the space I have in my drawing for the stair. So how it will be created?
So the type you define, and within that you have all these things are there, right?
Yeah.
There you set it. There you set.
Okay.
Okay. So here you set. So before going to that sketch mode, you will define.
No, sir.
You will define.
I have means I have no definition, no है कि riser कितने का होगा या trade कितने का होगा.
नहीं, वो तो आपको डिफाइन करना ही पड़ेगा कि आपका राइजर कितना होगा, वैसा तो एक स्टैंडर्ड आपको मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा कि आपका जो रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग है उसमें आप 8 इंचेस से ज़्यादा आप दे ही नहीं सकते राइजर।
Okay.
स्टैंडर्ड यही है कि आप 8 इंचेस से ज़्यादा आप दे ही नहीं सकते।
Okay.
So 6 inches is the common and standard height for riser.
Okay.
और 10 इंचेस से कम आप आपका ट्रेड डेप्थ नहीं दे सकते
Okay.
रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग में। लाइक 8 इंचेस तो आप रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग में राइजर आप दे सकते हो, लेकिन अगर आप हॉस्पिटल बना रहे हो, हॉस्पिटल में तो आप 6 इंचेस से ज़्यादा नहीं दे सकते।
Okay. Okay. Means it require, it's have to know.
Yes, you have to know, you have to define.
Okay.
तो आपको पता है कि आपका आप राइजर हाइट कितना देने वाले हो, ठीक है, और आपका फ्लोर टू फ्लोर हाइट कितना है, तो इस हिसाब से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपका नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स कितना
Yeah.
होगा।
Yeah. Okay.
ठीक है, तो आज के लिए इतना ही।